everyone, LaWanda McClellan here with Keller Williams Coastal Lakes and Mountain Realty. I'm here with Scott Mertens of Luminate Home Loans, and we are here with another update in our Clarity in Housing series. As we've said in the past video, we are switching things up a little bit, and what we're really doing is changing the methodology of the analysis that we are providing.
Well done.
I'm going to let Scott delve into that a little bit more.
Just a little bit. We kind of felt like the source of the data wasn't always explained very well and how we were doing our calculations. So for this one, we're going to kind of do the same thing, a 12-month rolling average, and we're comparing end date in this month, August of 23 versus August of 24. Because we're focusing on two micro markets of real estate, Dover and Portsmouth, we need to use a longer timeline so that we get good data.
And that's really what we're trying to do, is just keep our local markets educated on what's exactly happening here and not just the national headlines.
Yeah, and moving forward, we might do Stratford County versus Rockingham County. We might expand it a little bit if we see something that's very interesting, but this is the beginning of that transition. So for this month, what do you say we do something similar?
Yeah, so let's hop on into the data, and we're gonna start in Dover. Dover, the total number of residential listings listed is up 17%. The actual active listings on the market right now in Dover, there's 59.
59 active,
so you've got 59 homes you could literally go put an offer in on, ranging in the prices of $190,000 for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo, all the way up to 10.9 million.
Just missing 2 zeros on that first one, right? Not a big deal.
You know, that's just for a small compound on the waterfront. No big deal. Anyway, that's really what you have available in the Dover market at this moment. And then the average list price of residential listings is up 12%, and the average days on market is down 7 days.
Yep. So again, we are seeing a little bit more inventory, which is nice. You know, ironically, I got a lot of notifications that there's new inventory hitting this month, which to me is a bit unusual to see stuff hitting in September.
You know, it's funny you say that, because historically, yes. But over the past few years, this is when I'm the busiest. Last October, and I only know this so well because it's when Bean Group had merged with EXP.
Right, okay.
And I had 8 active listings. It was intense, like in October.
So we're limiting some of that seasonality maybe, which is good. We can get to a more balanced market, not just price, buyer and seller, but maybe a little seasonality.
And I think people are also, they're just trying to maybe enjoy their summer instead of trying to move in their summer.
What's that like? In my next life, I'm going to be a ski instructor so I can take the summer off.
All right, awesome. Let's move on to the closed volume. The closed volume in Dover is up 16%, and the average sold price is up 7%. Average sold to average list is still well over 100.
Yeah, so still a competitive market, still seeing home price appreciation that's realized, not just sought on the listing side. So housing's still strong in New Hampshire for sure.
And I can give you a real example of that is that this week alone, I've put 2 places under, and one of them slightly below list price, no multiple offer situation, and another well above the list price, multiple offer competition, bringing in all of the stops to get that. So
a little bit inconsistent.
Yeah.
It's hard to set expectations, but work with professionals.
All right, moving over the bridge to Portsmouth, guys. Portsmouth, the total number of residential listings is up 13%. The average list price for residential listings is up 7%, and the average days on market is down. Or no, it's about the same.
About the same,
Sorry,
yeah.
I was looking at the wrong side.
So double-digit growth. Again, there's more listings available. You want to talk about how many are active?
Yeah, so in Portsmouth right now, we have 70, I think it was. Yes, 70 listings active. So those are, again, homes you can go out and shop and put an offer in on. The range of those is 324,000, and that is for a double wide manufactured home in a park.
Yep.
And then the range goes all the way up to 7.8 million. Again,
Bargain.
Steals all over the place.
That is such a spread. Oh my gosh, like 7.4 million between the cheapest and the most expensive.
I mean, Dover's 190,000 all the way up to 10.9. I
Crazy.
mean, that's That's intense. But anyway, so that's what you have for inventory. So a little bit more inventory in Portsmouth.
Right.
And I should say that's on single family and condo inventory only.
Right.
So those are the only two things I pulled for those numbers. Moving on to the closed volume for Portsmouth, guys, and total residential listings closed down 10 units in the month of August.
Right.
And then the average sold price is up 11%. And the average sold to average list is the same.
Pretty much the same.
Yeah.
So a few less transactions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not remarkably, but 10 units less this year versus last year in August. Nobody would even notice that. I mean, there are people that have said the market's starting to slow down a little bit, but I think that's more
I feel like
peer to peer to peer, not
Yeah.
necessarily a market thing.
I'm going to agree on that, Scott, because it's not necessarily a market thing. It's truly has to do with the property and the demand for it. And that's where it's going to land. And that's exactly what I'm sharing with people as I go and sit with them about talking about listing their home. I'm saying, we're feeling a little bit of drawback, a little bit of hesitation, a little pause. We're coming up on an election. There are a lot of components going into if someone's going to purchase a home right now through the, November.
Right.
So
a lot of uncertainty, Fed rate cut out there, inflation still declining, where are rates going to be, who's going to win the election. Yeah, definitely a lot.
Everyone's emotions are high. There's a lot to consider when you are going to list your home right now, and it's okay to do so, but just make sure you're working with a professional who actually understands all of that type of effect on your listing.
Right, and I can tell you under 400K, move-in condition, still plenty of demand.
Yeah, I have one coming in
We've got first-time home
Somersworth.
buyers lined up out the door still. So it's a competitive market there. Maybe some softening in the 8 to 1.1 million. Some of that stuff maybe sitting a little bit longer than some expected. But, real estate's still strong. Inventory is still coming to market, which is good for us. Borrowers are still interested in purchasing regardless of all the uncertainty.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just when it's right for you. So
and working with a professional that can help you figure out what strategy is best for you going into it. For instance, a buyer I'm working with now, you didn't like his payment. We talked to him about a rate buy down. That is going to work for him. That's our strategy. That's what we're going to do. So just work with professionals.
Work with professionals. Make sure they understand what motivates you in this market. So for more information from a professional, Scott Mertens, Luminate Home Loans, Luana McClellan, Keller Williams, Coastal Lakes and Mountains.
Hey!
I got it. Thank you.